Hey Claiborne, Stranger Things is a great TV show. Steph and I binge watch pretty much every season. We think season 2 was the weakest, and I still think season 1 was the best. But the thing about Stranger Things is that it's violent and scary. It has bad guys and monsters and guns and death. It's exactly the sort of intellectual property that I'd expect LEGO to shy away from. But now that they've done it, I figure it's worth thinking about other TV shows that LEGO should explore. And even though they should do it, I think Seinfeld and The Office have been said a ton of times already and are obvious choices, so I'll be skipping them. You can treat this as a top 5 with those two shows taking the 1 and 2 spots. The first show that I think they should explore, which is neither violent or scary, and is in fact quite calm on the whole, is Downton Abbey. Steph and I just finished watching all 6 seasons of it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's about some minor royalty at the start of the 20th century. It's really all about rich people having rich people problems and common folks being overly worried about the problems rich people have. Not too unlike the current climate, really. There's nothing really in Downton Abbey for kids, to be sure. It's just a big house with a great cast of characters. And besides, if they did make it, maybe we could finally get one of those great classic cars in minifig scale. It should come as no surprise that I also think Battlestar Galactica would make for some great LEGO sets. And not just because I think Edward James Olmos needs the special sort of canonization that is being made into a minifig. The Battlestar reboot is a more modern take on technology run amok, which, not unlike The Walking Dead, ends up being more about interpersonal and social conflict than blowing up robots or killing zombies. And not only has LEGO done humans and robots in space before, but Battlestar has great looking spaceships, which plenty of people have already rendered in LEGO. It's probably a little more violent than Stranger Things, but way less scary, though it does tend to focus on the darker elements of human nature. So that leads me to the last TV show I would like to see turned into a LEGO set. Lost. I watched Lost around the same time as Battlestar. I watched Battlestar alone and Lost with Steph on the weekends while I was grading papers. And Lost was the first show I'd watched in a long time other than The Office. While it doesn't have many truly iconic settings, what with it being set in a nondescript jungle island, it would be really cool to have a Hatch LEGO set. Maybe they could even do something with the numbers, like they did with 1969 and the Saturn V rocket. Well, Claiborne, that's it from me this week, but I wonder what TV shows you might like to see turned into LEGO sets. I'll see you on Tuesday.